What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Thursday night live from the garage. What's going on, Demon? Welcome to the live stream. Schmidt. Yo, yo, yo. Start a little early. The dog is downstairs barking. I'm sure you can hear her. She's in her crate. The puppy is insane. I'm doing good. Auto Answer Man, thank you, by the way, for your 52 months of subscription. That is impressive, bro. Like, member for 52 months. You might be one of the oldest members. Hey, Kim. What up, Andrew? Jay? I'm sorry, the dog is just going crazy. The wife is asleep right now. The dog had to go in the crate. She's a puppy. Just a puppy. What up, Brian? David, good to see you. On my trailer in the driveway right now is a brand new 4-post lift that I'm setting up this weekend, and I'm super excited. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Ideally, I will be able to put the Nova on it and put the Chevelle underneath it to free up space in the garage. But even if I can't make that very tight math work, I'm just going to put the Nova on it and start stacking crap underneath it. Because I've got too much stuff in the garage. I don't know if I talked about it on live, but storage locally has gone through the roof. 10 by 20s in the units that I've been using for 5 years now are up to $400 a month. And I'm just like, yo, this thing pays for itself pretty quick if I get rid of my two 10 by 20s. So we'll see. That's why I did the garage door opener install last weekend. I talked about it a little bit on a Patreon video. So what's going on with everybody? Anything new? I haven't done anything this week as far as tuning goes. Well, Daily Soul, good to see you. Haven't done anything this week as far as tuning goes. Hey, Mike. Demon, let them fly. I'll try and answer them. I'm guessing you're a Dodge guy. I'm just now figuring out the Dodge stuff. Love some content on the 074L60 tuning. Jay, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not the guy that does a lot of transmission stuff. I'm just not a transmission guy. If you have questions, I might be able to help you, but I'm more of a motor guy. Yeah, Chris, huge favor, ask away. And let me know if this stupid frame rate dropout stuff. I'll be honest to you, I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't do what I wanted to do last week and get everything up to date, but I did come up early and update things. Ugh, Coyote's even worse. Auto Answer Man, stand by. I had to upgrade my email service. And so my email, while not down, I'm still, like, you can still send me emails. I can't access it right now because it's going through the upgrade process to be updated to a enterprise level email so I can use it more seamlessly across devices. I'm hoping tomorrow I will get caught back up on email. So, bear with me. You know, I love the Coyote motor. I love the Voodoo motor more. I don't like the Ford ECUs. Mike says, got the T-Bird on the road. Rock and roll. Where's your T-Bird, Mike? It's probably one of my favorite Ford cars, at least in the 90s. 6L 80 swapped my 09 Sierra. I cloned the PCN and TCM, and it's a 6.0 with 4,000 stall converter. The torque management shuts power down for 2 seconds each shift, even though you can feel the shift go in. 78 T-Bird. It's a good question. Let's look at something. Hold on. Let me... Nope, cancel this. That is a good question. Hey, man. Nothing wrong with a carb. Doop 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 doop. Let's open up. We're dealing with a 6009 Sierra. Let's find something comparable. Because all we really care about is looking at transmission stuff. I don't know if we'll find anything. So, obviously, we're looking under torque management on the transmission. And I don't know if there is a actual timing component to it. That's what's weird. There's got to be something somewhere, and I'm wondering if have you adjusted any of the shift timings down already, Chris? Because I mean, if you look at these, this is what's kind of saying this is how long it takes to shift gears electronically. Right, electronically it takes this long, but that's also nothing seems to help, short of probably just turning it off. Right. Desired shift times, like those are all downshift desired shift times. So these would be, I mean, I would think if you lowered these things down, you might have your best bet. But I don't know. I said I'm not a transmission guy. I'll be honest with you. I hate transmissions. Sorry. What up, Danny? Bought the Elite Tune School Coyote course, but they don't have template applicator files. Can you tell them, please? Yeah, I will let them know. I don't know that anybody really does template files. I've thought about doing them. They're just kind of a pain. You just have to, I don't know. Well, and here's part of it, Demon, is the more time that you spend doing this, the less time you spend hunting for specific tables. Utilize the table number. If you're seeing something they're talking about 15763, I mean, you know, go up to your navigator, 17653, or what is it? 15761. I swear I'm not dyslexic, but it'll take you straight to the table that they're talking about. So we open it up. It's up here in the menu at the top also. So 15794. We can quickly go and see. You can do Control N as a shortcut. Control N, 15794. There it is. So, but I will bring it up to him because I know it would not surprise me if Brandon had templates sitting around that he uses also. Oh, P&W, good to see you, man. Change torque tables too to see if it helps. Still nothing. Use Blue Cat. Nothing. That's very weird. That you've done all of that and you're seeing like it is a pronounced 1, 2, and you're feeling the gear kick, but the power is pulled out of it during that. Chris, send me a log of it happening. Let me take a look at the log. I might have to have you add some PIDs on there. Because that's one I've not seen before, generally. What up, DZ? Send it to the info at Goat Rope Garage email. I'll log in the copy of the tune. I'll take a look at it, see what's going on. Not promising anything. I do want to install a wideband O2 because this is not the Dark Ages. I'll tell you what, Mike, a buddy of mine from work asked me if I could help. He was just asking me a question, and it was about a carb, and I was like, oh yeah, your carb just needs rejetted. I was like, I'll tell you what to do. I'll throw my box of jets into the truck and my wideband, my Innovate unit, that plugs into the cigarette lighter, and we'll just stick it in the tailpipe so we can at least ballpark it there, because a wideband's amazing for doing carbs. I don't know if you've seen Freiburger's finally on board of running widebands on all of his cars that have carbs. Well, it's not that. It's the fact that he probably has a set sitting around and didn't think that somebody would necessarily use them. Because I'll be honest with you, the other side of it is the template editor is very, like, per user kind of specific. But I personally don't use it, because if I do use it, I forget about tables that I want to access. And so I have better luck just going tab by tab most of the time. Okay. Yeah, let me take a look at it. How do I come up with the PIDs? Like, which ones do I need? I generally overpopulate. I grab a ton of them. And then I go out and log, and I look through the log, and I determine from the log, like, oh, I don't need to see that. I don't need to see that. And I'll delete it and pare it down. And then if a new problem arises and I need a new set, I make sure and space that set out at the bottom and add a whole bunch of PIDs for it. Ben asked, good news, went back to the stock throttle body. Sweet. Probably a good idea, Ben. Good to see you again, by the way. Ready for the first start on my LQ4 truck, Norris GT45 1000s. First start up next Sunday. Like this weekend, Ben? This weekend, Sunday, or the Sunday after next? Is there a table in the AEM Infinity software that's similar to the histograms and HP tuners for the Learn table? No. Not that I remember. And I'll tell you, if I remember right, because you're asking a question that happened more than 2 days ago, Answer Man, I may have used Megalog Viewer to build it out. And essentially, the cool thing, I don't know if I have a copy on this computer. I probably need to do another video on it. I think I've got an older video showing setting up histograms for different things besides just a Megasquirt, because it works with everything. You can make super powerful histograms even for HP tuners logs and all kinds of stuff. So it allows you to take all that data and you can custom map it out and build a histogram that matches the volumetric efficiencies table on the AEM. And it will give you can set up the math to give you an error percentage to copy and paste over like you would do on HP tuners. So, sweet. I will expect you to be around next Thursday to let us know how it went, Ben. So, the dog is just losing her mind. I changed the speed control terminate field on my cruise to bring the power back in immediately after the shift, after torque management. I also changed the speed control terminate field. Speed control, where's that at, Andrew? Evans Performance Academy. Listen, I don't know. I think I took like their free course that they had out there, and it just didn't, and that's not a reflection on how it is, because it's a lot of times the stuff that's released in these free courses, it's just like I stare at it and I'm like, okay, yeah, it's free because I've already done 20 videos on it that explains it better for free. Okay. So Schmidt says he was not impressed with Evans. Speed control terminate is at immediate. Summer weather is here. How often do you find adding electric cooling fan airflow adder in Gen 3 HP tuners? Well, I mean, it's all dependent. All that's going to do is create more power for whenever your draw goes up, because essentially whenever your electric fans kick on, your draw gets a lot more, and it's going to cause a little more load on the alternator, which can pull the engine down and possibly cause it to stall. I mean, it's crazy. How do you like the Fuel Tech? I love Fuel Tech. I love Fuel Tech. Fuel Tech is by far my favorite standalone that I've worked on. Have you done anything with the Holly Rebel? Hold on now. Haltech Rebel. Let's not give Holly credit where credit is not due. I've not done anything with the Rebel LS unit yet. But knowing the history of Haltech, I think you're going to be very good. Very good. Demon, let me go through the Coyote course and see what it is lacking. There's not that much different other than the crazy cam stuff for the dual overhead cam and having 24 VE tables. Well, and that's the thing, Schmidt head. You've got to have, the confidence to experiment, which, if you're working on some stuff, you don't want to experiment on it. And B, you got to have the time. It takes a lot of time to experiment. Where did I learn to tune the Gen 5 LT? Literally just doing it. My initial videos of getting into Gen 5 stuff, there's wrong information in some of those videos. It's not critically wrong. The premise, the basis, the evolution of it, if you go through and see all the stuff that I did on the Super Auto back in the day, that was all just going through it and figuring it out because there really wasn't a lot of information. Hold on, I missed a question here. Daily Soul, yes, I do still have an HP Tuners code, and I don't remember what it is. Should be on description of any video. If you look at any of my videos, let's see here. Andrew, do me a favor and look up what my HP Tuners discount code is. I think it gets you a free T-shirt and free shipping, but I think they do free shipping of everything. Where we at? Yeah, see, we got guys like Silver out there doing 6L80 stuff, which I love because we definitely need more transmission stuff. That's good. I don't remember. It might be Goat Rope Garage. Dude, I don't pay attention to stuff. I still feel like I missed something through here. Been playing with the caddy for 8 years. In the Middle East, the famous engine is Coyote. We don't have a lot of powerful Chevy because we don't know how to tune it. Don't have a lot of powerful Chevys because don't know how to tune it. They're super easy. They're 100% easier than a Coyote. Even a Gen 5's easier than a Coyote. Coyotes are... You get 2 cams in there, man, and it really gets wonky. That's what happens. Random Holly question. People want to go back to carb. Can you run it open loop without worrying about... Oh, for the snipers? Yeah. Yeah. You definitely can. And so... You can run it open loop and still log the wideband and still develop air graphs. Once again, this is something that I use Megalog Viewer for. I am not sponsored by Megalog Viewer, but I should be. I probably are selling more copies of it tonight than they've sold in the last year. It's a really good program. EFI Analytics. Let's bring this over here so we can look at it. Let's go to the whiteboard. And I mean, they've got these scatter plots and stuff if you really want to get crazy. But like, yeah, you can, this is all, well, this may be new. I've not messed around with it in a while. So this is what it looks like whenever you open up a log file. And it doesn't matter what you open it up from what. What up, Cole? But where is... This is the Mega Squirt version. HD. This is the one I run. Megalog Viewer HD. Free now. Apparently it's free now. But as you can see, it supports everything. HP Tuners, EFI Live, all Mega Squirt, Motec, Power Commander. I still have a license for it. Is it just free? Okay, $50 to register it. I don't know what the free version is lacking. But for $50, if you're serious about getting stuff good to go, like Megalog is just so good. It's so good. So, and if you guys want, if it would be helpful, maybe I could set up like a live setup of going through like an HP Tuners thing where you guys could ask questions, and I just have to get it installed on this computer. So, let me see. It was whenever I was having issues with the Holly HP at Rocky Mountain Race Week, I turned off closed loop on the Holly and was just using the logs from it to correct the VE table. Oh, I don't have a video on it. Okay. We will rectify that. How's that sound? Web Shape for Life, Web ZL1 Chris. H&H says, tuning a Gen 4 GM truck. Cam swap. Had fuel turn MAF close 2 days later. Everything went super lean. And the idea is look for vacuum leaks. Had a crank and cam correlation code. So, you got to get rid of that code first. Because your fuel delivery and your spark are based off crank cam correlation. If that's off, your fuel delivery timing may be off and you may be having all kinds of issues. So figure out which one of your sensors is bad or which one of the wires are bad. Get that code cleared up first. See if it falls back in line. In fact, I'm surprised that the crank cam correlation code is it putting you in reduced engine power? Surely it is. Sweet. Having an issue with 2002 Corvette. Bricking the ECU when I upload a tune. I've changed to a P59 so I can have flex fuel tables and everything. It was working good until just recently. Check for voltage drains somewhere, man. Gen 3 ECUs, voltage drains will kill them every time. Make sure you got good ground, but make sure you have voltage drain. Trash control light, but not limp mode. That's interesting. That's interesting. But yeah, you got to clear that up first. If it's still present after that, it'll be interesting, but as said, fuel delivery is dependent on those two signals, and so the dog is just absolutely going crazy down there. At least she's wearing herself out. Maybe she'll sleep all right. My wife has probably got her head under a pillow. I'd bring her up here. There's just too much crap for her to get into. Tuning a 411 383 stroker. Should I be tuning MAF first or VE? Hunter. I always tune MAF first just because it's quick. And, but the thing about it is if you tune MAF first, then do VE, you need to go back and double check the MAF. If you do VE first, you don't have to do the math twice, effectively. But I can, get the math fairly close in 2 or 3 logs usually. No, Andrew, the blankets that normally are over the crate, I had to put in the crate because the blanket that goes in the crate is in the washing machine. Uh-oh. I heard the door slam. Yeah. No, and I agree. VE is the most critical. Uh, but a lot of times it's just so much easier to get the math, get it up and running on the math quickly. She may have gone down and murdered the dog, in fact. Yeah, buddy. Truck was previously tuned. I'm just trying to always be tuning. As well you should be. I have a 3-bar sensor, but I can't load tune file on P59 with HP tuner. So I swap my 3-bar back to a 1-bar. Shouldn't matter. So it's going to read wrong unless you update the scaling. But that's not going to cause issues. Always be tuning VE, exactly. Yeah, some people only tune math. A lot of people only tune math. Yes, a lot of thank you for putting the quotes around. Quote unquote professional tuners do that. And that is a sure sign that they are just out for a quick buck. Well, and that's P&W's 100% right. Even on the stuff I run map only, I still tune the VE as a backup first. And there's tunes that I've done that I sent out on basically a map only, but we have tuned the VE table. Yep. So Mike says on the Chevy Cruze math on OE settings mostly uses VE. And that's the thing about it. It's like, it's even crazier on the Hellcat. The 15 and 16 Hellcat has a mass airflow sensor, has absolutely no effect on fueling whatsoever. It is only there for like sanity checks on throttle bodies and stuff. So if you see a sudden spike of airflow in the map, but the manifold air pressure does not line up to it, it will go into limp mode. But it's doing no airflow calculations. Tell ETS to focus on coyote courses. I'll tell them. They've been so busy getting the Global B stuff out this year. They've not had a lot of room. Yeah, Bob. That's one of the things. Like, if there was one video, the old video where I said, before you get a dyno tune, these are the questions you want to ask. I just wanted tuning VE table for months. Sometimes it's like that. And then on top of it, you're fighting temperature compensation if you go too long. So you can get it very close, and then a week later, the temperature does a swing. And if the temperature compensation is not correct, it will skew the VE table. Hold on, guys. I'm going to go get the puppy. This is getting ridiculous. Okay, everybody say hi to Scully. Look, it's you. It's you. So I told the speaker downstairs to play some smooth jazz. to try and keep the puppy calm before I came up the stream. And the first thing that plays is Chuck Mangione. I know a lot of you guys won't know who Chuck Mangione is, but whoo. Yeah, the puppy is healthy. Despite the fact that she eats so many acorns. Well, Hunter, you can fail the math to tune VE. Where do you find the balance of having math on but always be tuning? I mean, at that point in time, if you get the math done, you know, and the VE done, you put them back on. And here's the thing. Okay, so we got to think of this from the level of mass airflow has compensations for everything. Temperature should not skew or cause the math to read wrong. Temperature can cause the VE to read wrong because there is temperature compensation that's based on your air temp, your manifold air temp, stuff like that. So you can be at the same RPM load, manifold pressure. That is, and then the next day that cell will be 3 or 4% off, 5% off where you were yesterday, just because the temperature has changed. But there is a table in there, a trim table that's supposed to scale that based on the temperature. Try to remember to tune VE when ambient temp is 60 to 75. And that's a good area to do it in because colder or hotter, it's going to be closer if you're kind of in that base zone. Because I think in general situations, whenever a temp sensor fails, it fails and it's supposed to go to around 65 as far as the ECU is considered. What's the best way to tune fuel? Well, what do you mean, Chevy for Life? We don't tune fuel. We tune airflow. That's the best way to tune fuel. I can't let this thing down because it is a garbage disposal and it will eat everything. Everything. Surprised it's not trying to eat my mouse right now. Fuel ratio. What are we talking about? There's so many things going on. You have to extrapolate for me, Chevy for Life. Puppies are worse than babies. I'm just now getting caught up. Injector data is crucial. Nitrous. There you go. There you go. Nitrous is the best method. Okay, there. Thank you, Andrew. The HP Tuners discount code is GR Garage. Yeah, if the injector data is wrong, listen, you can ballpark injector data to a point and make up for it on the backside with the airflow tuning, but it's 1,000% easier if you have the right injector data. Okay. Hey, Holly, P&W. You're on your second Corgi in 15 years. Did your Corgi eat everything, including... Our problem is acorns. The house, you probably can tell in some of the videos, is in trees. There's just acorns everywhere, and this dog will not go outside without just eating acorns, which are technically poisonous, but you got to eat a lot of acorns before it gets... It's to the point where she has poops that are nothing but acorns. Sometimes it's concerning because she's already cost me so much money. You're so expensive. And it gives her farts that smell like oak trees, right? Oh, here we go. Chris figured it out. Giving him enough time. What was it? De La Soul, like one of the vibration. Parents had a Corgi and called him Corgi. This one is named after Dana Scully from the X-Files. Well, that would do it. corrupt clone file. That would definitely cause some transmission issues. So, what? Hold on now. Yeah, exactly. She does love socks. Shoes, like my slides and stuff like that, have been less of a problem. She's got one tooth left. It's just the acorns. It is an acorn smorgasbord outside in the backyard, and she is so distracted by the acorns she won't even go potty. It's been frustrating. Rewrote the entire file with a different OS from a previous truck I tuned. Test drove it. Boom, shifted perfect. Okay, good to know. Dog truck collar. Okay, let me type that in. De La Soul. Dog truck collar. Now, let me ask you this, De La Soul. Do they have ones that don't shock? Because, oh God, a half mile. Okay, they do a military discount. I'll read this later. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll look at them. I got them pulled up here. Oh, so they do have medium output. She might need buzzed a little bit. Oh yeah, Bob. Yep. Mango. Mango, the brindled yellow lab. I love labs. That's what the other one, 7. You guys have seen her. She's like half lab. Okay, everybody. It's that time. This one probably needs to go out and eat some acorns. So, say ABT. Always be tuned. Hey, look up there. Look at the camera. You're looking at yourself. Dexter, that's a great one. We love that show. My wife and I have Dexter bobbleheads in our entrance. As soon as you walk in, there's a line of all of them. It's one of our favorites. Thanks. Listening to everybody. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next Thursday. You know the drill. Thanks for stopping by the garage. Remember, ABT, always be tuning.